Hey everyone, my name is Praveen, this is my sister Sindhu.
Hello.
And we decided to do another question and answer session because a lot of you have sent me messages on Instagram asking various kind of questions, and I'm really keen to answer them for you. So here's a formal video. I think this is our third session?
Third,
we only have
episode 3.
Yeah, alright, we're doing episodes. Episode 3 of question and answer. So let's do this.
Cool, let's get right to it.
That was right in my ear.
So the first question is from Ashravada Sadiq Stacha. Sorry if I don't pronounce any of your names.
We do this
right.
in every video, yeah. We apologise for any mispronunciations.
Sorry. And the question is, when are you coming to India?
That's a really good question. I think we're going to do a family trip in December actually.
Yeah.
I'm hopefully going to stay there for a bit longer and go to Mumbai, where I've never been to before. We've never been to
Can I come?
Mumbai. Yeah, you can come if you want, but you got university after this. I'm going to stay there.
Oh, for a while.
For a while, yeah. So hopefully, maybe in January I'm thinking, I don't know. We'll see. Because I do want to spend New Year's with you guys, so pop 'em. But like, yeah, so but for sure Chennai and Madurai. Because Chennai in December is lit.
Yeah.
With music and stuff. There's a huge music festival that goes on there, and I really want to go back because it's been 3 years since I've been.
Yeah.
And Madurai is where our mum's parents and family live, even though they're originally from Kerala. We have family there too. We might even visit there again. Kerala.
Yeah. Oh, Kerala was so nice.
So yeah, December.
Next question is from Vikas_5002. I'm interested to know how you and Praveen were doing with different instruments at the same time in childhood, and which one do you think is easier? I like this question a lot. So I played the Carnatic violin, and he obviously plays the flute. I kind of felt like I was disadvantaged at times when I was like learning violin, because our dad plays the flute, so he could help you more in terms of technique. But overall, I didn't feel that much at a disadvantage because we mainly listened to vocal music as inspiration for our music. It wasn't too bad growing up learning different instruments. Which one do you think is easier? That's a tough question.
I'd say violin.
Yeah.
Only because there's just so many people playing violin. There's an abundance of violin gurus in whatever city has musical gurus for Carnatic music. There's very few.
We used to have this argument when we were kids. Do you remember that?
Do we?
Like which instrument was easier?
Honestly, I still genuinely think flute is really hard, because when I teach flute students, there's a couple of students I had who have taken like a month to just make a sound on the flute. So just whereas on the violin you can just bow it, so you're already on the first lesson. You can finish like it's a higher activation energy for flute players, if that makes sense. Just using scientific terminology there, but it's just a huge barrier to kind of overcome to get into actually making sounds on the flute. And also even when it comes to advanced stuff, you like to maintain pitch is a lot harder on the bamboo flute because it's such a temperamental instrument. It depends on how you blow into it. Each flute player has a different blowing technique, and that's going to affect your tuning. Every flute player has a different way they'll tilt the flute, and that also changes the pitch. So if you tilt outwards, it gets sharper. If you tilt inwards, it's flatter. Yeah. So it's just a lot more variables when it comes to playing the flute.
Another difficulty with us learning different instruments when we were younger was whenever I wanted you to teach me.
I would.
Do you remember those days?
Yeah, she'd shout at me. She wouldn't listen to anything I'd say.
He never took me seriously because I was his sister. Like, he's a good teacher.
What are you talking about?
But with me, he was just like, he'd get annoyed at me.
I get annoyed? Yeah, you know what? Yes, I would get annoyed, but that's because you didn't practice every day. Did you practice every day?
No, that's true, that's true.
All the improvements I gave her, she'd be like, yeah, okay. And then like the next week she'd just not practice for them, like, you just wouldn't practice.
I think it was also the problem because we're siblings, I just wouldn't listen to him sometimes.
She talked back a lot.
Yeah.
Some things don't change.
What do you mean? I just got that, it took me a while to get that. I was like, wait, what?
Again, some things don't change.
Wait, can I do an eye roll?
Is that it? Yeah? Cool. Alright, you happy? Alright, so there's your answer. It's quite an animated answer. I think we only have time for like one more question. Where are we now?
Oh my gosh, that took 8 minutes.
We're going to answer one more question.
I like this question a lot. It's, was he mischievous as a child? And the answer is
how do you pronounce is it mischievous or mischievous?
Mischievous.
Mischievous. Alright, yeah.
The answer to that question is yes, he was.
Okay. Cool, next question.
Story time. I wasn't alive at this point, but from what my mum and dad told me...
Those were the days. It was a good 4 years of that.
That's so rude. Your life didn't start until I was born.
That's literally scientifically not true.
Other Nopper used to tell me was that when Anna was younger, and whenever they were in public and he didn't get his way of trying to get his way would just play dead in the middle of wherever they were. So it'd be in the supermarket, sometimes in the middle of the road. He'd just like fall onto the road and play dead, to the point where my parents would like physically like carry him. Like, it was so embarrassing for them because there were other parents looking around like, what is wrong with your child? Like, why is he playing dead in the middle of the road?
This is a true story, unfortunately. This is how I got attention. This is how I try to get attention. And also another thing I used to do is I'd want to cross the road without any help. I don't want to hold Appa's hand.
Independent.
Right? But then Appa would be like, no, you're going to hold my hand, and he'd grab my hand and then cross the road. But then I'd be so stubborn that I'd walk back to the other side by myself and then walk and then recross the road by myself. To kind of, I don't know what, I'm a strong independent baby.
Strong independent baby.
That I was really stubborn as a kid.
Meanwhile, I was the perfect child. No problems.
You were so annoying. Like, whatever she asked for, she got. That's still the case. Like, look at your phone. She has a better phone than I do, and she asked for it. I bought my own phone with my money.
Maybe it's because I deserve it because of the way I behave.
No, it's because Appa just feels sorry for you.
I am such a like daddy's girl.
Ugh, it's so annoying.
Yeah. No, but I feel like the role was reversed when we were teenagers. I feel like I was more rebellious as a teenager than you were.
Yeah, I was definitely like just doing the work, like homework and stuff like that. I mean, and I worked for my Angatrum, so like I was really working hard on music and education and all these kind of things as a teenager. And now I'm like completely against the system, like going rogue, just traveling. What are you doing now?
I'm at university. I'm a model student at my university.
A model student.
My uni friends are gonna watch this and think,
yeah,
like she's lying.
Hello to Sindhu's university friends if you're watching this.
Hi guys. Shout out.
Thank you for that question. It's a good question.
This is a good question. Hey Sindhu. Hey. How are you doing? I'm good, thank you. How are you? So my question is, when will Praveen release his own album of compositions? By the way, you both are so cute together. Literally sibling goals.
Aww.
Aww.
We're not really. We fight all the. Literally, this is.
Oh, sorry. I should not touch that.
Good thing I'm gonna turn the camera off after this video, and you'll know what's gonna happen.
Oh no.
She'll know what's gonna happen. What on earth did you do? Okay, anyway.
I kind of made it better. Yeah, are you gonna release your own album of compositions soon?
For me, I'm personally, I'm not really keen on the idea of making an album. I'm more keen on the idea of releasing individual tracks. Because I feel like it's just more digestible and it's more accessible for people if they just see an individual track. And it gives, I guess, each track the kind of, I don't know, the attention? I don't know what the word is. It gives each individual track the kind of focus. You know, whereas if you release an album, then the kind of focus is divided between all the tracks.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd like to release each track individually and just kind of put focus onto each track as I release them. So there might not be an album, but one thing I am thinking about is I'm going to release individual Flute for Mental Health tracks, and I've actually released one on Spotify. It's Rag Neelamberry for Insomnia. What's so funny? Literally, what was funny about it?
I just thought about the hair thing again in my head, sorry.
Did you not listen to a single word I said?
No, I did. I shouldn't have laughed.
Okay, what's the ragam I said?
Neelamberry.
What is it treating?
Insomnia. And I remember that because I felt bad that I just happened to laugh exactly when you said insomnia, because that's not funny. I was literally just thinking about the hair thing.
I'm going to release these individual Flute for Mental Health tracks, and then I guess as a result of that there will be a series of Flute for Mental Health tracks, and that will be the album. But it's not going to be...
That's such a good idea.
But it won't be an album per se, it'll just be... Because an album means it's like a finite collection of songs, whereas this is going to continue. I'm not going to stop doing this. This is going to continue forever, hopefully, you know, and I'm just going to continue to release these ragas as treatments for years, hopefully, and that will just be a continuous album. So I won't make an album per se, but Flute for Mental Health will be a collection of songs that will continue to grow.
Nice. We only have time for one more question.
No, we don't. That was the last question. I don't think we have time for another question, unfortunately. But you know what? We'll make another video where we answer the rest of these questions.
Yeah, I feel so bad because all your questions are so nice, and we will get them answered at some point in other videos.
Like, thank you so much for submitting your questions, guys.
Thank you. It was nice talking to some of you guys.
Yeah. So if you have any more questions, you know, feel free to comment them below, and we'll definitely look at them and like make a list and make another video with answers to the questions. This is Sindhu, my sister. Like, follow her on Instagram, and I'll put the link in the description below. And if you are new to this channel, you know, feel free to subscribe for flute videos, question and answer videos, anything you want, basically. Just comment whatever you want and I'll put them on this channel. Thank you again for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. Have an amazing day, week, month, year. I feel like I'm singing Friends. Alright,
Yay,
Friends.
Friends.
Oh, that's my bad. I didn't get that. Alright.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much, guys. Bye.
Bye.